There is in every human being a desire to know the great. Everyone wants to find something that is fulfilling, that brings endless happiness. Everyone wants to find this happiness. They experience a restlessness within. It is the nature of the human mind to have a certain restlessness and a longing for the great. This longing for the great is fundamental. It is the Dharma of human beings to want to know the great. It is in every human being. But sometimes, due to confusion in the mind, this longing for the great gets sublimated or redirected into longings for different objects and expressions in this material world. Rather than wanting love supreme, eternal, rather than wanting freedom, when the mind becomes confused, steeped in Maya due to the overlay of sanskara or false beliefs created as a reaction to past experiences, one begins to wander in the world in a state of confused mind. Then the desire, the longing, which permeates human life, which is the very dharma of a human being, gets sublimated, redirected into the vrittis, and longing for name, fame, prestige, position, and wealth. Longing to be admired by others, to be in a position of power, to have a very good professional status, to have money and wealth, income and luxury. These things come in the mind when that fundamental urge, that fundamental longing that constitutes the dharma of human beings becomes, due to Maya, sublimated through the vrittis, the desire mind. But when due to Brahma sadhana, when due to bringing oneself into a deep state of internal ideation, one begins to feel that there is something more to human life. There is some greatness to human life which can be experienced, can be known directly. Mind through Brahma sadhana grows in magnitude, and many of these coverings of the mind, the sanskaras, the reactions, the beliefs formed from past experience begin to fall away. And what is left is a deeper experience, a deeper understanding of one's eternal nature. One begins to feel identity and association with the sublime. This can take both a impersonal form or a personal form, or both. So when one begins to form constructs in the mind of that which is beyond construction, because it is the nature of mind ever to want to form all into image and construct. But Paramapurusha is beyond any images, beyond any constructions of mind. So what to do? How can human beings realize Paramapurusha? How can they know the infinite divinity when their minds are incapable of constructing that divinity? Its scope is beyond the human mind. Paramapurusha permeates the manifest and the unmanifest universe. His scope is beyond the human mind. There is no definition in the human mind which can contain him, no word which can define him, no construct of mind which can encompass him. He is beyond the mind. So how can a human being with a limited human mind come to know that which is beyond the mind? Due to the grace of the divine, the experience is brought into the mind, which creates an assimilation, an understanding, a doorway, if you will, in the mind to that which is infinite, sublime, primordial, beyond any construct, belief that cannot be put in a word. But the mind can contain a doorway, and when one walks through the door, there is no mind, there is no construct, there is no belief, there is no definition. But within the mind, there must be an opening, a way through. So, to make this opening in the human mind, Paramapurusha has given the different paths of yoga and has, through the Yoga Maya, created avenues so that the mind may follow those paths inward. There are yogis who say, I only meditate on the infinite, the formless, and all my meditation focus is just the pure light. But light itself is a form. So when one ideates upon light, one utilizes that form to move the mind into that which is beyond form. When one uses mantra, the form of Lord is embodied in mantra. Mantra creates in the mind the form of Paramapurusha. It is the echo, the sound, the subtle sound is associated with which factor? Do you know? Udbhuta? Come, you know. What is it?
Sorry, what is the question?
She's not listening.
I just lost the thought. So. Solid factor, you mean?
What factor is sound, subtle sound?
Oh, ether.
Ethereal factor. Ether, ethereal factor, space. So because subtle sound is from the most subtle factor, it is closest to the waves of the infinite Brahma, the pure mind stuff of Brahma. So, through the subtle sound waves in the mind can be directed. The mantra becomes the form of Paramapurusha in the mind. And following the form of mantra, one brings the mind into more and more subtlety until even the form of mantra dissolves. And what remains is beyond words, beyond thought, beyond the constructs of mind. So you see, by the grace of Paramapurusha, by the grace of the Supreme, these avenues have been established. The avenue of subtle sound, established through the crude sound in the mind of mantra, establishing the resonance in subtle sound in the mind, which leads to the Supreme, to the infinite goal of human life. Also, the light, the inner light within is a form. Light and sound in the most subtle realm become one. So light and sound become one and move to that which is beyond light and beyond sound. Beyond the beliefs, the images in the mind. But how are people to know these subtle avenues? How are they to find the right way? They are lost in the myriad of confusions of mind due to the development of mind through evolution and the multitude of experiences which leave impressions and beliefs, creating a whole contingent of beliefs and associations, assumptions in the mind. So the living beings walk in darkness, not knowing the way to freedom and truth. So what to do? There must be a means that the human beings may find the way homeward to the cosmic nucleus, to Purushottama, that cosmic core, that cosmic nucleus. So that avenue to bring the living beings to home, to return them to their essential nature, is given by grace through the workings of Yoga Maya. That which is formless, pure, pristine, expresses in form, so that living beings may have guidance, so that living beings may know the truth, so that living beings may find the way to their eternal home. so that they may know mantra, so that they may know the avenues, the means, so that they may understand the difference between that which is real and that which is unreal. For this purpose, the Sadguru exists. The Sadguru, when the circumstances are proper, may come in this physical world. The Sadguru may also express in the subtle realms, in the psychic realms, in the subtle realms of mind. When the mind gets open to a certain stage, that direct experience of the Sadguru will form in the mind. One feels that there is a presence, a holiness, a grace surrounding oneself. One feels a sense of inner guidance, depending upon the qualities of the mind and the development of the mind. There may be the listening to the words and guidance. There may be the visions of the divine forms. There may be the encompassment in pure bliss and light. All of this comes by grace. For in the darkness of confusion in the mind grown out of nature, this does not come naturally. Like the child does not know naturally so many things of the world, they must be taught. So the living beings must be taught. This knowledge does not come naturally to the human mind. The human mind is grown from nature. It knows what it has experienced. The Atman, the soul of every human being, is pristine, is pure, is unbound. The Atman, the witnessing entity of your existence, is ever free. But the mind, grown in nature, knows the things of the world. It knows though a restlessness and a longing for something more. Due to that restlessness, it calls to itself that divine guidance, that flow, that there should be a way home, that there should be a methodology, a teaching to learn about truth, to learn how to find truth. And for that, the entire science of yoga has been given. And for that, the masters who have come in this world to assist the human beings have given themselves to this task. And those of you who want to assist in this work, long. It is a nature of longing when you have found a thread of truth in your life that you want to be able to serve others, to give that truth to others. That the light, the flame vital is passed from one to another to another. That is the work of Dharma, for it lies in the path of Dharma, in the intention of the Supreme, in the intention of the Sadguru, which is that all living beings find their true nature, find their way home. And that the inspiration comes from the heart to follow this road and to help others to follow the road also to their inner home, to the truth within, to the mantra, the sound of the inner worlds, to the light, and to that which is beyond light and beyond sound. So do not forget your way. Do not forget Dharma. Remain always engaged in the pursuit of truth and wisdom and in service to all beings, that this light may flow into the world and bring joy and happiness to living beings. All right.